today about the reacting to the episode they got the Boondocks canceled. Man, Boondocks got a lot of crazy ish on it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, that's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's pretty transparent with everything that goes on in today's world and previous world. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask me, they should have been canceled. It's a great show, but it ain't for no TV. But let's see what they're talking about.
On May 3rd, back in 2010, Boondocks released one of his most controversial episodes to date, The Story of Jimmy Rebel. This episode featured extreme racist language, the use of heavy slurs, and very offensive imagery. Because of this, it eventually disappeared. Sometime between the late 2010s and around 2020, the episode was pulled. There was no official announcement or specific date, but networks like Adult Swim stopped airing the reruns, and streaming platforms like HBO Max removed it from their catalogs. Despite that,
That's BS. They recently did that too because I mean now you can really catch a lot of the episodes on YouTube. People like rerun them, like they just keep going, like it's a non-stop stream of it keep going. But yeah, they definitely had it on HBO Max, and I remember rewatching it again on HBO Max. That's crazy.
Completely vanished. You can still find it on DVD, and many people themselves have re-uploaded this onto sites such as YouTube. To me, man, this is a dark episode. Even though it's satire, it ends up reflecting ideology and tension that feel very familiar to 2026 current political climate.
And don't get me wrong, I believe in white rights and all that, but overall, I'm a pretty happy fella. You know what the liberals and the NAACP never could figure out? It's not about the color of a man's skin. It's not the big lips or how y'all say aura instead of aura.
Or the fact they wear their ass on their shoulders.
Right. It's the attitude, stupid. A feller can't control what color he is, but he can control his attitude. If all blacks acted like you, Toby, if they worked hard and stopped complaining about every goddamn thing, then we wouldn't have no problem with them at all.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit because it's like no matter who you are or how much you change your life around, people of a different color, I'm gonna call it white people, they will always look at you a certain type of way, and it's not even that they fault. It's because that's what they were raised upon. That's what's pushed upon them. You know what I'm saying? They are taught to fear black people, and that's generational. That's a generational lesson or a generational trait being pushed down through bloodlines and families. So it's like, not necessarily. You can carry yourself different all you want. You in the wrong area, you still gonna get stereotyped. You know what I'm saying? I was just talking to my little sister about this the other day.
Few minutes later.
Because I'm trying to let people know black people ain't not ignorant. I ain't ignorant.
I'm not. I don't care if you're ignorant or not. I am ignorant, and I don't want to be around you.
That's crazy, bro. I definitely remember seeing that, but it's like, look at dude kissing ass. Like this is what you don't do. You don't kiss ass, because if you don't, my thing is for people that care so much about what people think about them. Why do you care so much? Why don't you just live your day-to-day life the way you want to live it and the way you should live it? You so fixated on what the next person think about you. Now you looking crazy on camera. Look at you smiling. He just basically said, "Get on my face, you dirty." Yeah, come on, bro.
You're ignorant or not. I am ignorant, and I don't want to be around you.
Like, dog.
Today's video, man, we're gonna break down this episode, sprinkle in some real life events, and also give my opinion on it. The Boondocks has always been an incredible series. What once felt exaggerated or some type of far-fetched comedy, rewatching this over in 2026 feels like a prediction. A lot of people give glaze to the Simpsons for doing this, but I think the Boondocks deserve its credit. There are a lot of episodes that I could cover from this series. So if y'all end up enjoying this video and want to see more, go ahead and leave me some suggestions in the comments and drop a like. But that's enough talking, man. Let's get into it. Music is one of the
Hey, y'all, let me get an ad block when I get monetized. Don't worry about it. Just stay down until we come up. This ain't nothing, bro. See, look, over with. Come on.
Now, before we dive into this episode, I think it's best that we establish some context first. The story centers around a fictional country singer named Jimmy Rebel, an openly racist performer whose music is built entirely on white supremacist ideology. This character is actually inspired by a real-life person, Clifford Joseph Trahan, better known as Johnny Rebel. Born in 1938, this was an American musician most famous for recording racist, segregationist songs. He was active mainly during the 1960s at the height of the civil rights movement. His music openly supported segregation, heavily relied on racial slurs, offensive stereotypes, and he made
I wouldn't even know that. That's crazy.
music just to get a reaction out of black folks during that time. He was rage baiting. Some of his song titles include Some N-Words Never Die, Cajun, KKK, N-Words Hating Me, Who Likes a N-Word, and
Come
Alabama.
on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, it's getting the clicks and the views. We won't be talking about it today if it wasn't such a outrageous, egregious title. So I give him props on that. But come on, man. Come on, dog.
Word, which unfortunately in 2026 still pops up online.
I don't drink, I don't cuss. I wanna ride on the front of the bus. I don't drink, I don't cuss. I wanna ride on the front of the bus.
What's especially
Wait, was that a
notable-
black dude? Was he like being a parody? Finally, they brought back the original sound. Come on, bro. He too deep in, bro. They don't. Do he know that even if there was this perfect world that they wanted him to be, he wouldn't be allowed in that world? What are you doing? Come on, bro. I don't give a damn though. But come on, bro.
I don't drink, I don't
Yeah.
cuss.
That's crazy.
What's especially notable about this dude is that his music never brought him any type of real money. His songs weren't played on the radio. They weren't.
He's doing it for the
any
love of the
major
game.
record company. And for the most part, the only way his music was distributed was by mail orders, small regional channels, and word of mouth. He held regular jobs, including manual labor and driving trucks. This man was doing this shit out of pure hatred for black folks. With that understood,
Yeah, he's
though,
doing it
let's
for the
get-
love of the game. He love him so much, he gotta sing to it. I said love him. He hate him so much, he love to sing about him. That's just like, I'm not being offensive with this, but that's like with some people that act like they don't like gay people so bad. They only shower in hate because they low key, you know what I'm saying? They low key a little fruity. Don't let that go over your head.
It starts off with a flashback from the year 1967 inside a country redneck bar. We are then met by a young Jimmy Rebel. He's having a conversation right before he goes onto stage to make his big debut. Early on in his performance, the crowd gives him a rough time. They ain't really getting jiggy with this shit. But this all changed when he started talking about his hatred for niggas.
Rita, Sharita, and Jamal, Orangelo, Mangelo, and Tylenol. Grab an orange soda and a basketball, just leave my daughter be.
They end up loving his performance and they gave him a standing ovation. The show then cuts back to modern day where we see Granddad and Uncle Ruckus having their daily checkers game. Today though, Ruckus is more distracted than usual. We hear him singing off some derogatory words right before Granddad snatches his headphones out of his ears. Now for quick context, if you don't know who Uncle Ruckus is, this is the
Man,
raccoon
who don't know who Uncle Ruckus is? Come on now.
the show.
I am not black, nor do I
Wait, he's
consider
the
my.
what?
Ruckus is. This is the raccoon of the show.
I
Oh,
am
yeah,
not
for sure.
black, nor do I consider myself to be black. Many people mistake
Dog,
me for
when this
being.
nigga found out, they made a whole episode about him finding out that he gonna be black. I mean, that he was black. That was hilarious, bro.
Grow because they don't know that I am currently living with the heartbreak of revitiligo. That's a skin condition that's the opposite of what Michael Jackson's got. Every morning I apply this topical ointment made of bleach and sulfur. I like to think it works.
Granddad ends
No,
up
it
asking
don't.
Ruckus though, what are you listening to? It can't be that good. Ruckus goes on to explain that it is the great Jimmy Rebel. Granddad then proceeds to give this music a try and he is utterly disgusted. Rightfully so. This then sparks an argument between the two because Uncle Ruckus truly idolizes this man. In fact, he inspired his love for the genre of racist music.
Keep them to yourself. Nobody want to hear that shit, you black fool.
Oh, yeah? Well, just cause you said that, I'm gonna go home and record them. So there.
Fine, get the f on.
I will.
Fine.
Fine.
Fine. As soon as we finish this game.
I think it's your move.
The bond between Uncle Ruckus and Robert, aka Granddad, has
It's
always
one
been
strange bond indeed. If you haven't watched the Boondocks before, I doubt that you haven't. You probably wouldn't have clicked on this video if you haven't. But if you haven't, just go on YouTube. You can catch a lot of the episodes for free. You'll get a great concept of what the show is about. Just go watch it.
Granddad does despise the way that Ruckus thinks, but they have a bond and it's kind of wholesome. Because of the dispute that he had with Granddad, he decides to record a racist song of his own. He sends this off plus a letter of gratitude to Jimmy Rebel. Jimmy and his team, they give it a listen, and to no surprise, they love it. The next day, he gives him a visit. The only problem is, Jimmy doesn't expect this racist song to be made by a black man. Quickly though Ruckus lies, he ends up saying that the real Uncle Ruckus is a white man that he works for, and his name is actually Toby. He also says that he is sick right now with the
Nigerian monkeypox. Very contagious.
After some convincing, Jimmy finally comes into Ruckus' home. They conversate, and they
He
end up
need-
realizing that they
You wouldn't even got. Whoa, that's crazy. You wouldn't even got up in there if. Come on, bro.
a lot
No
of
comment.
things in common. Before leaving, Jimmy leaves his number so he can speak to Ruckus and get shown around town. The next day, Granddad and Uncle Ruckus meet up for their daily checkers match. Ruckus isn't focusing as much though, and this is because the situation that Ruckus is in.
Have you ever met somebody who seemed to like you, but it's only because they don't know the real you?
Yeah, that's pretty much every woman I've ever dated.
The next morning, Rebel pulls up onto Uncle Ruckus, and this is where we see their bonding session happen. They go to the state fair where we see them eating cotton candy together, getting pictures drawn, riding bikes with each other.
Trying to convince this white man, I'm not like the rest of those black guys. Come on, man. Look how cool I am. I hate them too. Come on, bro.
Watching slave movies, and even sharing ice cream. Pause. They were having so much fun this day that Ruckus stood up Granddad. As they wrap up the day though, Rebel and Ruckus have a conversation that truly strikes home, specifically in 2026.
It's not about the color of a man's skin. It's not the big lips or how y'all say aura instead of
Or
aura.
the fact they wear their ass on their shoulders.
Right. It's the attitude, stupid. A feller can't control what color he is, but he can control his attitude. If all blacks acted like you, Toby, if they worked hard and stopped complaining about every goddamn thing, then
Bullshit.
we didn't have no problem with them at all.
This plays into respectability politics and the whole black fatigue trend. This is my thing, y'all. Stop justifying racism. If someone is racist, they are racist. Take, for example, let's go back to the 1960s. Black people were on their best behavior. We were dressing up in suits, being respectful.
Oh, yeah. All them peaceful protests and all that extra shit. Yes, indeed. Yes. No violence at all. No rowdy YNs that they have today. No, if the YNs today was living back then, I would see why they would have a reason to, not even that, because all people are not like that. But if they had people like that, then okay, I can understand. But it's like, it's not even like that, bro. It's not. It's a small percentage, and a lot of them sitting in jail or prison. Come on, bro. Or they're dead. Come on, bro.
Pretty much segregated. But guess what? Lynchings were at an all-time high. Racism was at an all-time high. And people didn't like us.
What do you think of black people?
I don't like them.
Why?
I really don't. Because I just think that...
You don't like black people because your dad and your granddad and his dad, they all taught you not to like them because you're superior to them. You look down upon them. They're animals. That's why you don't like them, because that was taught to you. You was taught to hate. You wasn't born with that hate. They corrupted your innocence and formed a very big cloud of hate that you live on without your life, and now you're gonna pass that through your kids, and they're gonna pass it to their kids, and the cycle is just gonna keep on going, cause the hate is so strong for whatever reason. Come on, bro. Like, let's be real
looking
here.
out to make trouble.
I just could not live beside them. I don't feel that they should be oppressed. But I moved here, one of the main reasons was because it was a white community. And that's the only place I intend to live. If I have to leave Levittown, I will do so.
Personally, my home life, it has an effect nothing whatsoever. But on
Exactly.
the neighbors, they have a right. Because the average white person living in Levittown has 4 and 5 children. Well, let's put it this way. If the Levittown is migrated in hordes of Negroes, which they have a right to come here, but if something that happens that way, pretty soon my neighbor will be having a Negro son-in-law or a daughter-in-law.
That was the
I
night.
bet you got a Negro great grandson or great granddaughter. But you're dead. You won't know that. That video is dumb. He's dead, but you don't know that.
1950s, Levittown, Pennsylvania. This country will have us believe that that was so far in the past that those people just disappeared. Now, a lot of folks say it's more about class and less about race, but we see in that example right there that when 1957, even if you had enough class status to be able to live in a neighborhood with those folks in Levittown, they didn't believe you was worthy enough regardless of your job.
As they wrap
For
up this
sure.
conversation, though, Jimmy urges that he really wants to talk to Ruckus. Ruckus agrees because in the back of his mind, he has a plan. He ends up going to Granddad's house and convinces him to play Uncle Ruckus that is sick upstairs in the bedroom. He'll talk through the door because he's too sick, and this should cover up everything. Once Jimmy arrives, pretty much everything goes smooth. They speak through the door back and forth, and Granddad goes along with everything. During the conversation, Jimmy expresses how he wants to collaborate together and record some racist music. But this all changes once Jimmy starts listing off some of his album names and slides them under the door.
I went ahead and brought you a present. Hope you don't mind. These are autographed copies of my albums. Hey. Welfare Queen and Cadillac King. Help me. I'm surrounded by...
This shit. Okay, that's enough. Get the out of my house.
Yeah, finally. No, this no, this nigga Uncle Rucky's, bro.
Get out of my way. Robert, no.
Toby, who is this?
With the truth out, Ruckus feels ashamed. But surprisingly, Jimmy doesn't care. He states how at the end of the day, it's just for the love of music. This episode is truly wholesome in a funny way because it's like, I see the bond and I kind of like it. But this nigga racist, so that's the greatness of Boondocks. Together, they then travel to Spoken Hope, where he is introduced to the record label. Everyone is flabbergasted.
That's crazy, bro.
Jimmy be seen with a nigga. They hop into the booth and then proceed to record the most outlandish track ever. They play this song in front of the label and they like it. But there is one problem. Ruckus is a black man. The demographic isn't gonna like this.
Ruckus is more of a racist than anyone in this room, and that includes me.
Look, Mr. Rebel, I think they might be right.
No, come on now. Beneath your skin, you're as white as any white man. And
No comment, bro.
I'm gonna prove it to you. Tonight, I'm doing the new stuff at Chick Kickers, and I want you to come with me.
Once at the bar, Jimmy hops onto stage. The first half of the song, the audience likes it. It's regular smuggler, racist talk about how he hates N-words and they're lazy, this and that. But midway through the song, something changes, and the audience catches on. He states how he met a black man with a white soul. The crowd did not like this, and this is one of the top Boondocks moments of all time.
What? That's what in the...
Get that off the
I'm surprised he left alive, bro. They could have just lynched this man. Come on, bro.
stage. Give him a chance.
Give him a chance? Well, you probably gave Barack Obama a chance, too. You sang with... You probably voted for one.
No, I didn't.
Chaos breaks out, and this allows Jimmy and Uncle Ruckus to escape by hopping in the limousine. Once everything is settled, they have a conversation, and Jimmy says something that I try to get everyone in 2026 to understand, especially my black people that play into these black fatigue trends and respectability politics.
You remember when I said how we hate the blacks because of their attitudes?
Yeah?
Well, I think that's a load of shit. You're just like one of us, Ruckus, but they still hate you.
Really? Oh my goodness. Who would have thought? Oh man.
It's truly a raccoon because guess what? He don't want to hear this shit. If you don't like niggas, including him, you not a real nigga to him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Rebel, but I can't make music with you no more because you are not the racist I thought you were.
Ruckus, wait a minute. Come back here.
The next day, Ruckus returns back home where he's calmed down. He ends up having another conversation with Jimmy, and Jimmy just tells him, man, I'm not as racist as I used to be anymore. I don't want to talk about niggas all day. Now, before you think it's going to be a wholesome ending, it's not. The good thing is they still end up making music together, and it's not about black people, but instead, it is racist Mexican music now. What the
Send the back down to Mexico.
Bro, what the fuck? Dog. This episode is so... What do you expect from a Boondocks episode? Truly, for those who actually watch it, I'm sure you have. What do you expect? Yo, I'd be dying laughing if I'm just casually watching and then the show end off like this.
music now? What the
Send the back down to Mexico.
Like, dog.
Back down to Mexico where they come from.
That's crazy. But no, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Honestly, though, that was, in my opinion, that wasn't nothing too crazy. I don't see why that episode in particular got banned. There's a couple episodes I feel like that should have got banned. Chop chew my game cord. This nigga be lying. But what was I saying, bro? What was I just saying to y'all? Yeah, bro, it's a lot of episodes. Like that Booty Warrior episode with Felice Johnson. Come on, bro. But no, let me know what y'all think. Let me catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.